Hello and welcome back to Glow with TJ. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about what kinds of goals I like to work with people, with clients. I believe last time we left off with a discussion on what the process is, what the coaching process is, and so just to give you an idea of with what kind of goals we can work on, it can be so many things. Let's do a for instance. If we were going through your questionnaire on a connection call or getting into that first session of noticing that you maybe put on there that you want to lose some weight. Um, I, through questioning and maybe us discussing it, would try to get to that level under it. Like it's not just maybe about losing 15 pounds, but what is it you're going for? What is the thread behind it or underneath it? What's the thought, the feeling, the deeper layer, the deeper level? Maybe it's not so much that you want to lose the weight, that would be great. But what if it's more about feeling strong in your body or moving with ease or feeling the healthiest, being the healthiest I've ever been, or um, feeling the sexiest I've ever felt? When you when you dig a little deeper and you get into those more in-depth feelings, then it gives you more motivation. It gives you more reason to keep going because, weight comes and goes, it fluctuates. And I'm a firm believer in not letting a number on a scale be the reason, be what validates you or what defines you. But if you're really going for that, feel the sexiest I've ever felt. Oh, I get that because that's going to come across in so many other ways. Like, how else do you feel sexy? Is it the way you hold yourself? Is it the way you dress? There's so many other aspects we can look at that go deeper and create this more um, layered and complex goal that you're working towards that will give you a bigger journey, a deeper journey, one of growth, deeper learning about yourself, maybe even deeper compassion and acceptance. That's what I was looking for, than just saying I want to lose 15 pounds. Um, so those kinds of goals. And then if like one of mine a while back was live big and free. Well, that sounds so ambiguous, but I had a definition for what big and free meant. And so I was able to then like define what that was for myself as a starting point to say, well, what does it mean to live free? What does it mean to live big? And then, it wasn't just saying I want to be on stage and speaking events or anything. It was what kinds of things do I want to do along the way? How do I want to feel each day? What does freedom mean to me? How can I incorporate that in little ways as well as big ways into my life? So it just opens up this whole realm of possibility and this deeper, more rich, it's bigger in depth and breadth and has a bigger richness to it than saying, than just being able to say, I want to walk with confidence. Well, what does that mean? So I was able to bring that to life in a bigger way because of knowing that. Um, there's it's not that there's no goal we can't work on, right? What we want to do is to make it the um the most, in a sense, one of the bigger encompassing, what does it encompass? What does it include? What is really behind it? And oftentimes it's so much bigger than our first thought, than our first go at it. So that's why we work a little deeper, ask questions, talk through things, process out loud a little bit to define and to get underneath what it is. I've worked with clients on, let's see, what all have I worked with clients on? bringing their spirituality and their messy life together. Um, bringing, let's see what else, bringing their artistic vision to life, being tapping into that creativity. Um, oh, I just had one and it just left. But again, one of mine was live big and free. Um, one of my other ones lately is um, feel feel joy each day. So that looks different in many different ways. It's not just from one thing. I get joy from working out, from watching my favorite show, from uh, drinking a cup of coffee, from a quiet morning with my husband and our dogs. So I get joy in lots of different places. And so find joy each day, tap into joy each day. There's just so many things that it opens me up to. And in that process of defining that goal and working through that goal, I got to check out where I was already experiencing joy and maybe places where I felt a little less joy. For instance, when I work on my business, I do find that sometimes I can get bogged down in the monotonous things, the taking care of like putting things, the admin type stuff, putting things into spreadsheets, keeping track of things like that, doing those in a sense like mundane, ordinary things that need to be done to support the back end of my systems and to support me. And so sometimes it's one of my new favorite things is bubbler, sparkling water. Never would have thought I would be finding joy in a sparkling water, but sometimes that just drinking that while doing my mundane tasks allows me to feel some joy. I also keep some fun little things around my desk so that I can find more joy in those things in my space. So it's all about tapping into what's underneath, what makes it deeper and wider without being so broad that you can't, that it's too vague, but it encompasses all those things that come from living a joyous present life. Um, yes, I just love being able to work with people on tapping into what the deeper layer is on their goal. Because when I work out, finding myself being strong, feeling strong while lifting weights, and ooh, I get to go up in a weight today for this exercise. That makes me feel so strong and confident that I can then take that to everywhere else. Where if I just simply had the goal lose 15 pounds, that would not translate as well. I would not find those things. Um, and I like really being able to discover along the way, the journey, what other things make me feel strong. Um, what other things bring me confidence, help me experience that confidence, knowing what confidence feels in my body, in my gym, helps me to know what confidence feels like elsewhere. So getting into that deeper layer is so, so important. And I hope that gets you thinking about your goals, whether you work with a coach or not. Get you thinking about the deeper, wider layers that you can tap into. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, take care of yourself.